So I welcome you all for this discussion. So if you haven't taken hospitals, the doctor time will be wasted so many things because we have so many floors, so many places. So the doctor time will be wasted for a visiting patient because without visiting he cannot give a consultation. So for that we need to design some robots that should be helpful for the doctor. That will be real-time consultation. So that the robot should be able to move from all places, all floors and all patient places, and then it should be helpful for interact with patient and doctor. So doctor should be able to discuss with it. It should be in a real-time manner because so the patient should feel comfortable with the speech with doctors. So we need to have a bidirectional communication. Whatever the doctor saying, that should be communicated with the patient. Similarly, whatever the patient expressing, that information should to be updated to the doctors. Again, we need to give a high clarity cameras because so by looking itself, doctor can assess the patients. So that will be an option here. So for that, we need to give a high clarity cameras. By using these cameras, so the doctor will be able to look the patient and identify that incomfortability. Similarly, the patient should be able to look the doctor clearly. So then only they will be satisfied. Okay, let us start with this.
Okay, IoT Robo Doctor is actually based on the IoT model, and it is used to monitor the patient. We don't have to. Doctors need to come and visit the patient, so we are using the IoT Visual Robo Doctor to monitor and take care of the patients.
The core components of IoT sensor, it tracks the vital parameters of the example of the heart rate, BP, oxygen saturation, etc. Next one, IoT A algorithm, it analyzes the data and medical insights. Robotic inference, it acts as the humanoid robot and assist the patient. Last one is cloud computing. It stores the data and analyze the every time and every space.
So applications for like in rural areas, there will be no hospitals, so it will be very useful. So the doctors can also monitor them, and also for elderly people, we can use it to continuous monitoring. And for after the operation, we have to monitor them continuously. So it used in after the operation to monitor them, and yeah.
So advantage, it reduces the hospital visit and time, and 24/7 it will be enabled. And disadvantage was if it is high setups, it may cost too high.
The main function is that it acts in a remote monitoring system, and also it regularly monitoring the patient without doctors.
So in future we can implement 5G with the edge detection to monitor them for fast reactions, and it can also be used in army military side, so it will be very useful. And also in space medicine we can use IoT Virtual Doctor Robot.
So once if you design it, it can useful for in hospitals. Also, it can be used for a rural area camping. So, for example, if you put a camp in a rural areas, then there need for doctors. So instead of that, the robot doctor can visit that camp. So that will be benefit for all the patient there appearing there. So it will be benefit for them to appear any doctors in anywhere. So for example, if the camp is organized in particular village, one or two doctors only go to that particular camp and then suggest the better treatment for the people. But if you instead of that particular doctors, if it visits by a robot doctor, so it will be helpful for accessing all possible doctors in the worldwide. So this will be helpful for the better diagnostic. For example, if there is a patient is a heart patient, so the specialized person in the heart, the doctor can be consulted. So with this robot doctor, all possible doctors can be consulted with using this. So this will be helpful for the rural peoples, again elder peoples. So elder peoples, the traveling will be very difficult. So this will be avoided by using this robot doctors. So the camps and then elder peoples and then the patients, continuous monitoring, everything they will be can include. Also we can include some real-time parameter monitoring. So once if the doctor visits, all the real-time parameters will be measured and that will be updated to the doctors. So based on the parameters and the real-time appearance, they can give a better treatments.
In health test, we are using the IoT Visual Robo Doctor. Is is used to monitor the patient regularly. We don't need the doctors and nurses to monitor them day by day. So we are using that. And in military campus, there will be danger and it is not very easy to humans to live in there. So doctors and nurses cannot be come to there and fix the patient. So we are using